trying to steady the focus on the crystals for you. So enjoy the crystal scrying coming into this space, this reading. Let's go on a journey together. I just posted a reading and I have space and time to myself, and the Holy Spirit was like, let's do another. And I was like, okay, let's do another. And sometimes the readings kind of really encapsulate like a lot of invigoration in them, that doing back-to-back readings for a collective to where the energies can be so vastly different is sometimes like, but I'm centered, so let's go forth. The Holy Spirit requested for me to read from the King James Version of the Holy Bible, and I opened to the book of Psalms. We're going to go into Psalms 1, verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But he delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of the water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf shall also not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. I'm going to put my earpiece in. I heard the air conditioner come on, so you may get a little glitch. Verse 4. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor not sinners in the congregation of the righteous. I'm going to read that one again. It's verse 5. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, not sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall pass. That was verse 6. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. So the way of the ungodly shall perish. Now I did notice that there was some hard reading that was in verse 5 and verse 6. And this is a seeing of yourself. I feel very much in my body as if I'm like in a reflection unto myself that I cannot see the reflection. However, these readings come together. They come together. Sometimes I don't understand what is being said until we just dive deeper. And I myself, I want to open up, I walk with thee from a little daily verse, inspirational. I want to open it up for you and read a verse from there. Just so I'll feel the energy with my thumb. Oh, well, this one came forth in the reading before. And it is shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth. Psalms, chapter 100, verse 1. So we started with Psalms chapter 1, verse 1. And we read to 6, so I'm just kind of remembering where we're going here. Let's go into the Wild Unknown Tarot. Welcome, everybody. Hey, have I said welcome? Hey, how are you doing? How are you? How are you doing? Let's take a view into some energy check. We may go somewhere deep into the subconscious here and speak to something that sets a genetic code of a, here we have the Seven of Wands. We are going into genetic code. We are opening. I'm feeling all of this with you. It does, in fact, create a genetic code in me as your reader to feel this, to walk through this with you, to be here with the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, take my mouth, my words, this, everything is all yours, completely, this space. Within the Seven of Wands, this is like that proclamation of claim. So if you are in, let me just take this slowly because I do not want to project, but there is some sort of claim here, and a claim means that there is something presented that is not of what is right. It is a righteousness, a rightful taking of what is yours. We can go into the word inheritance here. However that may look, I am just seeing a house on a hill. Actually, I'm seeing a childhood memory of a house on a hill there as I say that. So this is a righteousness. This is I like when the word nobility comes forth with the ones, because it takes me into DNA further talking. It like lands me back here on Earth with the genetic coding. So we're thinking, I am very hesitant almost to say too many words sometimes, but like the Celtish and the Celts and the it doesn't seem to go in together with it, but I'm seeing the cynics. So a cynic energy is here, which is that shame base. And so the shame base, a shame is not inherent, right? It is something picked up along the way within densities of life, emotional scarring. So I want to just briefly touch upon that. It's been in different mainstreams that it's not about the emotions. Well, it's very much about the emotions, because that is your motion. And your motion, the turning of your waters, is alive, creating the fire, the claim. And I'm feeling like a mustering of emotions happen. Almost like I feel like a garden. I feel actually a little garden with very invigorating plants in there, and so I'm seeing immediately that there is a weeding of that garden. And so stepping into the belief of the righteousness too, right? It's a belief system that partakes of development within that DNA to light the fire, to light the inspiration, okay? We have a few cards that have landed face down as I've been talking, and let's turn them over together. Let's see what's here. Wow. Okay, yes. So this is very much in tune with the flow here with, I kid you not, the Emperor. And this is furtherance of that nobility, and the nobility just jumped off of Earth and like went out into spectrums unknown. I kid you not, like out through my body, like a transliteration of emotion came up forth, and it was like a beyond the voice even, like it's just went beyond, like a internal voice, not necessarily a speaking voice, but this spoken word is from pulling up from within and going on. So that let me keep going here with the Four of Wands that's in my hand now, and Eight of Cups. I do not want to hold on to that Eight of Cups too long in my hand, because that comes with, and here it is, wanting to take center stage before the Emperor and before the Four of Wands. The Eight of Cups wants to talk, though it's on the lineup in the last here. And so immediately I want to assure you that this is a leap and bounds, that there is a perseverance here happening within the Eight of Cups. Even though the Eight of Cups is speaking, the Eight of Cups is also telling of time to move on, a time to jump to the first and take this Seven of Wands claim out of the emotions into the inspiration, like the fuel, what you're having alive, your fire within inside, like the spirit within. And the Emperor, the Four of Wands here, is really saying that exactly, like you are backed through a foundation of certainty, of even certainty beyond the spooky, beyond the spiritual, beyond the all understanding. It is so it's kind of hard to go beyond not understanding, because it's like, wow, what's there? that's where it took me, and it's like, wow, what's there? And I feel like maybe that Eight of Cups is saying that, like, wow, what's there? There's nothing there. The Eight of Cups is a place of broken glass. There's no place safe to put your feet. There's no place safe to lay your head. There's cuts and wounds and those bleedings. It's like a sacrifice. Okay? Like, I am even seeing the Passion of the Christ here. This is like a ripping of the soul with the Eight of Cups, and it's still talking. Even though we have this spectacular emperor here, it's talking, it's almost like wanting to talk over the emperor, like, so let's just go ahead and let's partake in a moment of collectiveness, of agreement to just cast out and rebuke shame. And let's just, that did not feel enforced. But there is a claim that is happening, and there's something about like a use of ingenuity that's happening. In fact, I've been rubbing my hands together during this reading, like a thought process, like you're walking your way out of a maze of that. And I totally understand that. I'm now going for the word oracle. Let's get a couple of words. White, gate, darkness. See if any others want to fall. Okay, do you. Any others? Free and one face down is generous. Okay, and I'm seeing the word here, run. Run and darkness has come together. I'm going to just pick you up here and show you the cards right fast, quick, if you want to look at your screen. If not, that's okay. We have a 4 and a 3 and a die. 12-12 on the runner. There's your claim. There's your emperor, your free emperor. Your generous gate is open on the 4 of Wands. And right here, white came forward. White actually came forward on a reading prior to this one. And I'm sensing that power there again if you want to go and partake with that. Darkness and run. And do you. Let's go back over to crystals. Perhaps they want to show a little something different there too. And so I don't know where to go with this reading at this point. Let's see. Can I just clarify anything for you to Holy Spirit, can we show comfort in the wild unknown? Show us a comfort field, that true comfort, like that reality of being collected within the self. Okay, we have one face down, and we have, oh wow, the reality to be collected within the self is an acceptance of I don't know how to say it, but it's like a gun written truth. In fact, I am going to pick the camera up again and just show you. The Ten of Swords came with darkness and run. So yes, run from the darkness, run from those things that are sticking swords into you. Things that are trying to cut off the emotional body from the intelligent body, and integrating those of the stability and foundation. Like it's a great acceptance that's coming forth. And so that's where you find your comfort. Let's see, can we just get something else? Because that really feels so raw. So for my comfort, Holy Spirit, too, please. Okay, we have, again, another hard card, which is the Five of Cups with despair. And again, it landed here with run and darkness and the Ten of Swords, but it's covering over the Ten of Swords. So this despair is coming forth as a voice within of a turning of waters, to where it is saying that, yes, it is saddened, though it's feeling an emotion in a way of that acceptance. And it's also seeking a pairing. Can we see the pairing, please? Oh, wow. Judgment. judgment. Came right here with, oh, zone it again, Five of Cups, and then the pairing is of a judgment. So, again, I need no furtherance to express your claim here. We have a word oracle mixed into a miscellaneous deck of, and it is the word art. It landed on the Four of Wands. A ruin is in my hand, and it is God, Odin. This is Anzus, Anzay, Anzu. I'm not going to try to say it again, but it is with Odin. This is the great communication, the great wisdom, truth, inspiration, and here with judgment. So this is really a wild reading. I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to just take a breath and listen for you for just a moment. Look at a couple of numbers. We have 2 and 5. Those numbers also came forth on the prior reading, so again, that prior reading's coming up, so you're there already. And perhaps there is a comfort there. There was a lot of inner childness came through. In fact, it was like the opposite of this energy of reading. And so I feel as if that this is the integration of decision greatly more so. And I feel leaning into to take into comfort of the Holy Spirit. I'm going to just draw from the top of the Holy Spirit. This is the spirit of prophecy, the testimony of Jesus. Again, that passion of the Christ is coming forth, but also is the elevation, the kingship of Christ coming forth here, the authority, but also like it is integration of like a burning flame. That flame is burning, just burning, such as that crystal is, just as it is communication now. It's like I'm just looking into that spirit of prophecy. I wanted to kind of see a little bit. It's connected here with generous and art. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for blessing your presence here. Thank you for coming and tuning in and bringing forth this energy. It's a very provocative energy. Oftentimes, I'm just saying, I was going to say one thing, and then it was like art was like, yes, art is provocative. yes. So, I understand that, absolutely. So if you would like to get in tune with me more, send me a message, drop a comment, whatever you want to do. Welcome to YouTube. I love you all so much, and until we meet again, you guys, I'm going to check out and see you later. Bye-bye.